Welcome back, Burnout Teachers. Today's lesson will be about how to teach U.S. government. Corporate greed has taken over the functioning of government, where you have these huge corporations who are actually controlling legislation and laws that are affecting Black and brown communities and working class communities across the United States. Known as the Squad, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Ayanna Pressley, Ilhan Omar, and Rashida Tlaib are examples of champions of real government.
That we are more than four people. We ran on a mandate to advocate for and to represent those ignored, left out, and left behind. Our squad is big. Our squad includes any person committed to building a more equitable and just world.
This squad is a great starting point for you to talk about U.S. government in your classrooms and the way in which leadership can look in our current age.
Because we don't leave the things that we love. And when we love this country, what that means is that we propose the solutions to fix it.
They all conducted grassroots campaigns where they developed a base of support from the community without taking any money or donations from corporate sponsors. They built their campaigns off of this idea that government is meant for the people and by the people.
More than anything, any comma or fancy title after my name, I am my mother's child. May she rest in power. And I was my mother's caregiver. I saw the struggles of my mother to make ends meet as a single mom.
Ayanna Pressley was raised by a single mother, but she really gained a lot of her awareness and her motivation to be involved in politics, mainly from her mother, who was a tenants' rights activist.
My mother was a super voter, a very engaged community and movement builder. And she told me that there was a difference in life between your job and your work. Your job, and she held down many as a single mom, was how you paid the bills. But your work, our work, with a capital W, is about the upliftment and the advancement of community.
Ilhan Omar was born in Somalia, and she left Somalia as a refugee and came to the United States, where she settled in Minneapolis.
By the first Somali American legislator. Ilhan Omar just won the Democratic primary to represent Minnesota's 5th district. Supporters came out to the Safari Restaurant and Event Center in South Minneapolis to cheer her on.
Because we're going to Washington,
Our founding fathers really created the Constitution so that we have different branches of government that are designed to be a check on themselves. And my hope is that the new Congress is going to serve as a check to the rhetoric of fear and division and destruction, and make sure that we are moving the country in the direction that the people have asked us for, in a direction that is more hopeful, inclusive, and prosperous for all of us.
I'm the girl from Southwest Detroit that didn't speak English when I started school. You know, I was my mother's translator until I was probably 12 years old, and I remember how people looked at her. I remember the different things that were happening to my family as we were getting, situated.
Rashida Tlaib is one of 14 children and was born to working class Palestinian immigrants. She's the first Palestinian American woman in Congress.
Above all, there has been absolutely no recognition of Palestinian humanity. If our own State Department can't even bring itself to acknowledge the killing of Palestinian children is wrong, well, I will say it for the millions of Americans who stand with me against the killing of innocent children, no matter their ethnicity or faith.
My mom cleaned houses growing up. I never really saw myself going into politics.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is from the Bronx, the youngest Latina congresswoman.
I can't let you know. She's looking at herself on television right now. How are you feeling? Can you put it into words?
Nope. I cannot put this into words.
All right, your supporters here are very excited for you. This was a grassroots campaign. Can you believe the numbers that you're seeing right now?
I cannot believe these numbers right now, but I do know that every single person here has worked their butt off to change the future of the Bronx and Queens. That's what I know. That's what I know. And that this victory belongs to every single grassroots organizer, every working parent, every mom, every member of the LGBTQ community. Every single person is responsible for this.
I'm running because everyday Americans deserve to be represented by everyday Americans.
All these women really have the capacity to be involved in government on a much deeper level than some of these officials who are appointed and just representing these huge corporations, because they have had the lived experience of suffering under this system. Of course, they're going to be the most well equipped to be able to reform that system and to be able to bring the people like them who have that experience as well with them along the journey.
All over this country today, there is a certain demoralization. And the demoralization is that some people believe that what goes on in the White House and what goes on in the Congress reflects the will of the American people. What we are saying very loud and clear is that Ronald Reagan and his billionaire friends do not represent America, but we do. But at a time when the wealthiest people of this country have seen a tremendous increase in their income, while at the same time the standard of living of working people and poor people has declined, I will be damned if I will vote for a proposal which will stick it to the middle class and the working people.
Of course, the Bernie Sanders movement was really instrumental in allowing for a lot of these progressives to be elected into government. Although Bernie did not get elected to president, now that we see all these progressive leaders entering, it really shows that this is not about a person or a person getting elected, but it's about a movement and ideas that will transform our country and the way government looks like in the United States.
And obviously, what I and other progressives are trying to do is put together a movement which tells the billionaire class in this country, whose profits are soaring, who are getting richer and richer, you know what, you can't have it all. We need an economy that works for the middle class, the working class, the elderly, the children, not just the few on top.
I will provide the links in the description box below for Brand New Congress and Justice Democrats. They both do excellent work in recruiting everyday Americans to run for office. Our role as teachers is extremely instrumental in this change, in this progressive movement, and it's really important that we talk about these figures in our classrooms so that our students are aware and our students are inspired. As we continue to teach our students about this and about these progressive values and about social justice and equity in our classrooms so that it can transfer out to our larger community and the society at large. And so the way that we're teaching government is really teaching it for what its real purpose is, and that is for the people to be heard and the people to be represented.